Hey planner friends, it's Mandy from My Unique Plans, and today we're going to talk about how I've converted my mini happy planner into a reading companion. So I picked this mini happy planner up earlier in the year. I fell in love with the colors and the dividers and thought I was going to try a mini for a while. Lo and behold, the mini that I had picked up had the, I think it's called the vertical layout. It had this layout, and I tried and I could not find any way to make it work for me. So I threw it on the shelf and went back to my classic happy planner. And I kept looking at it and thinking, there's got to be something I can use it for. And one of the things I love to do is read. And I read a lot of nonfiction, and I'm usually taking notes, and they wind up in this notebook and this notepad. So I thought, what if I used this mini happy planner to keep track of all of the notes from reading books? So the first thing I've done is add this folder, and what I really want to do is add some sticky flags, because if you're like me, when you're reading a book, sometimes you want to flag something to go back to later. So I'm going to be using this dashboard for the mini happy planner. It's one I had laying around. Now this, I believe, was out of the mom pack, and I'm not a real big Supermom fan. So I actually found a piece of very neutral scrapbook paper and covered the back of it. And then I went to the local dollar store and I was able to pick up all of these different flags for about $1 a piece. So what I'm actually going to do is I want to use these. I think we'll do it like that. So all I'm going to do is take my adhesive tape runner, and we're going to put, these are actually on flat plastic pieces, and I just want to kind of line them up in the middle here. And because I got them at the dollar store, there's not a whole lot on each pack, so I went ahead and picked up 2 because I want to make sure that I don't run out. And then I think we'll turn this one this way. And then, I'm going to turn this upside down for a minute. I have these little ones that I think I can put right on the top, like so. And that covers the Supermom on that side. So now I can put this right here in the front of my reading companion journal, and I'll always have Post-it flags when I'm reading. So the way I'm making this work as a reading companion, I love the dividers, so I definitely wanted to keep them. So I just used my label maker and am relabeling the tabs. So this one says book notes, this one says webinar notes. And then I actually used my adhesive runner to stick the back of this page to the other side of the divider where normally the monthly view would be, because I don't need the monthly. So I pulled out my colorful boxes, and I'm using those to label the book that I'm reading. And then, as you can see, I have all of my notes in here. So I just want to flip back, and I'm keeping the books color coordinated. so I know when I switch to a new book. So right now I'm currently reading Grace Not Perfection by Emily Ley. It's an amazing read, and as you can see, I have a lot of notes taken, and I'm not even all the way done with it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this page to get it ready so you can see how I'm doing it. So we're going to pull this page out, and then this book I'm using these green colorful boxes. So I'm going to grab one of those out of my folder. And then flip back to where that page goes so I don't lose it. So on one side of the paper, it has the month. So I just use the colorful box. It fits perfectly. And I cover the month up. And then I'm going to write Grace Not Perfection. And this is going to be note page 13 on this book. I'm just putting little numbers up here in case the pages ever get out of order. And then all I do is take my correction tape and just go right over all of the dates. And I love these little quotes up here. This one says, "You are magic." So I've been leaving those intact. And I've also been leaving these little boxes down here intact for right now. And I've basically just turned it into a note page, snap it right back in. And as you can tell, once you start writing on it, you almost can't tell that there's correction tape on it at all. When I finish the book, the reason I'm leaving these little boxes down here is because I'm going to go in and fill them in. You know, this one says thankful for, this one's blank, so I can just make it a general gratitude, word of the week. This one says everyone has a story. So I think it gives it a little character as opposed to just being blank notebook pages. The next thing that I haven't done yet because I'm not finished with this book, I did save all of what I think we normally call the currently pages. What I'm planning on doing with these is when I finish this book, I'll use a larger colorful box to cover up where it says the month and the year. And then the smaller colorful boxes to relabel these categories. And I want to use these at the end of each book really as a recap. So what are my key takeaways? What are things that I want to change or things I want to do or things I want to put into action? And then stick it not necessarily at the end of the book like you'd think. I'm going to put them in their own tab back here so that they're all together and I just have a summary tab. So, you know, for example, I will grab a couple. I'll take 2 of them and tape them with my adhesive runner together, run some washi tape down the side, repunch the holes, and that'll go right in the summary. I do have just some blank pages back here because once I get a few more books read, I'll go through with my black Papermate Inkjoy or my black Papermate Flair, and I'm actually going to put page numbers on this. So in the very beginning, when this book is all full, I'll have a table of contents. So if I want to flip to a particular book, I'll know exactly where it is. But for now, we're going to leave it at this, and I'm going to get back to reading Grace Not Perfection. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button below. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe, and happy planning!